What's up, guys? It's Anaru, and we're going to go ahead and get the second map breakdown out of the way. Countdown was the map that was voted for the most for the second map breakdown, followed by Uncaged. So this third episode is going to be Uncaged after this, and it'll probably be out either tomorrow or Tuesday. But we're going to go ahead and do Countdown right now. And Countdown is another symmetrical map, meaning exactly the same on both sides. Um, but I'm going to be doing this one from blue side since I did red side on Asylum. But the main thing that I want to point out is I do not use the color specifics whenever I do callouts on this. I prefer to use ours and theirs. And the reason why is because Countdown has no color difference on either side. It looks exactly the same on both sides. So if you call out like blue objective or something, people might get turned around and accidentally look towards this one, even though that's red side. Um, so I just prefer to use ours and theirs on this map. It's not very color specific. That's just a lot of bland and same on both sides. So use ours and theirs if you think you'd be more comfortable with that. I certainly am. But this is broken up into two sides. You have red and blue, and then you have these neutral areas in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the neutral areas. That way, you guys can get the color specifics. But we'll come back to this area in a second. This neutral area is just called balcony. This whole little spot from about right here on both sides, and back here is just called balcony. This in here, from about here, all the way out over here, and onto the other side, it's called top health pack. In MLG variants, it's called S3, but I prefer to call it top health pack whenever I'm playing something like regular Team Slayer or just objective, whatever. Because most people know that there's a health pack up here, and they can kind of discern, top health pack as to what you mean. It's basically just this whole area up here. This area is another sort of MLG version. It's called either S2 or Evade in MLG. Used to have an Evade that spawns right here, but it's now a sniper rifle, so most people call it S2 now. You can call it whatever you'd like. If you have a party, you guys can kind of discern what you want to call this area. But I either call it S2 or Evade whenever I'm playing. A lot of people don't understand that call out since it's MLG type callouts, but that's the only callout that I know for this little area. Uh, but of course, this area is called vents, bottom, or if they come in here, it doesn't matter. This whole little area down there is vents. This area is bottom mid, obviously. There is no sides to it, just this whole big wide area down here is bottom mid. Um, One of the last neutral zones is right here. And well, if it would let me land on it, that area right there, but the bridge between those two areas is called the catwalk or sky bridge, something, anything that lets people know that it's up there. Uh, I usually just call that catwalk, but that's another neutral zone. This that I'm on right now is main ramp. Just this whole thing is main ramp. And this area is big door, obviously, because it has the big middle door back here. So this whole little spot between the steps is just big door. But now we'll go color specific, and I'm going to go blue side. This is blue big door, and obviously that over there is red big door. This whole area is blue objective, since this is where the flags are, where the bomb plants are. And this right here, if there's anybody standing on this little ledge, it's blue health pack. This out here is called blue window. Just this whole little spot right here, blue window. Now this is a call you're not going to use a lot, but it's called danger. This little bridge area towards the window, just this little tiny walkway, is called danger. The reason why is because of this little sign right here, the electrical thing on red side. So blue danger. Jump down here. This is blue basement. This whole little spot. Lots of respawn points down here. So make sure you check this if you can't find anybody anywhere else. I mean, they might spawn down here. This is called backstairs. This whole thing from down there going all the way up there. It's called backstairs. If you want to be really specific, you could just call this backstairs, and you could call this lower backstairs if you wanted to be really specific with it. It's not really required. Most people will get what you mean by saying backstairs. This area is called jetpack. That's because right here where this arrow is in MLG, there's a jetpack. So this whole little room is just called jetpack. From here to here, and this little spot up here is blue drop down. This whole thing through here is just blue drop down. It's You can be a little bit more specific with it if there's a guy that's up here and then you see him drop down, just say he went through drop down to jetpack or this other cloud over here, which is a blue triangle. That way they know that they came down and they're going through here. But this is a triangle sort of area since it's sort of shaped like a triangle. Not quite, but they call that little area triangle. So if you got somebody hiding right here in your red spawn, you would say in their triangle. Go up here. And this little area between is blue balcony. And then you have blue small door. And so somebody coming through blue small door to top health pack. This is blue street. Anything from this doorway to about right there is blue street. So we got a guy up here. This area back here, this is called radio or blue radio. The reason why is because over there on red side, there's a little radio like right here in the corner. And it's kind of like a little multiplayer Easter egg. There's actually a guy over there screaming like campaign stuff, talking about banshees and all that weird things. I'm sure you guys have heard it already by now. The game's been out for about a year and a half. But the final side-specific callouts is blue bubble. Now you can call this blue lift if you'd like. I just prefer to call it bubble, but you can call it blue lift. And of course, since this map is completely symmetrical, it is exactly the same on both sides. We'll run through it real quick anyway. Red big door. It's probably faster this way. Red objective. Red window. Red danger. Red basement. Bottom backstairs, if you want to be really specific. Backstairs. Red drop down. Red jetpack. I don't think I hit this one already, so we'll go over here. Red health pack. Red balcony. Red street. Red bubble. And red radio. There's the radio right there. So that's pretty much all the callouts. So we'll go over power weapons real fast. There are only 3 on this map, technically. Get the sword there. Sword spawn time 180 seconds. I mean, that would be weird if 180 minutes, but 180 seconds or 3 minutes. No spare clips, 10 charges. So every 3 minutes, this will respawn. Make sure you drop it once it's empty, though. Down here in the bottom vents, we got a shotgun. And that's also 180 seconds. 2 spare clips, so it has 18 shots in it. And the last power weapon is the concussion rifle. 90-second respawn, 2 spare clips. It also has 18 shots in it. This spawns really quick. This is kind of here to offset the sword and the shotgun. The concussion rifle can be used to push them backwards. If somebody's rushing you with a sword, you can shoot at their feet. It'll knock them backwards so they can't get the lunge on you. It's pretty much the whole reason that that's there. It's not technically a power weapon, but the plasma pistol is also a very strong alternative on here. 30-second respawn. It's very quick to get one back. And it doesn't have to be empty for it to respawn, I don't believe. But this little thing can come in very useful. For those of you that don't know, I'm sure a lot of you know about the overcharge, at least. Overcharge taking down somebody's shields if you hit them with it. But the plasma pistol is also a fairly strong close-range weapon. I'll show you here. Well, I can't exactly show you, but it has this little regular fire like that. I think it's 3. It may be 4 now that the bleed through is gone. But you can go and then melee somebody and they're dead. It's either 3 or 4 of those little bolts will take somebody's shields down and then melee to kill. It was 3 in title update. It might still be 3. I don't remember if it pops the shields or not. But say if you got somebody coming in here and they're getting ready to come out the door, you can go and melee. It's a very quick kill, even though it's a plasma pistol. It's surprisingly quick. A lot of people underestimate the plasma pistol. It's a little regular fire. Most people just overcharge it. But that's it for the power weapons. And, oh yeah, by the way, for this vent thing, there's no real specifics for this, but I'll just go ahead and show you this. If somebody does this, or this, it's easier just to call it out and say that they're lifting the top health pack. I mean, you can always say lifting red, like red side of top health pack. That's a little bit too long. The main thing for a call out is to be short and packed with information. So, if you say lifting the top health pack, then they know that they're down there and they're coming up here. It's just very simple. Be sure to add in power weapons. Like, say if he's got the shoddy and he's going up, say lifting to top health pack with shoddy. If they take this lift, just say they're lifting the balcony. Just wanted to make that clear real quick before we get on to setups. But this map has a lot more game modes in it, so setup's going to take me a little bit more time. But since Team Slayer is the most popular, we'll go ahead and get that setup out of the way first. The best setup if you want to use for Team Slayer is you want somebody here at the top health pack area. This is the most important area on the map when it comes to control and keeping map control. And you always want the height advantage. Any map that has multiple layers like this, height advantage is key. And this is going to be your biggest spot. And you don't have to just stay right here, but this is a very good spot for finding people. The radar actually goes out quite a bit. So if you're standing right here, you can see the people going down through the lift. You can either, walk over here just a little bit and you can catch the people on back stairs on both sides. So come over here. A little bit over here, you can catch the people on back stairs on your radar on red side as well. You can tell if they're coming through the doorways, and you can also give a heads up if the guy lifted the balcony. It's a very, very good spot. And if you want to play this spot, it's, you don't have to just stay right here. You can, come out over here to the drop downs. You can go to the small doors and you can come out onto the balcony a little bit. But you want somebody in this general area because a lot of the movement happens right here at top health pack. A lot of the combat situations are right here. Having somebody here at all times is pivotal. Even if you're playing solo, if there's nobody else here, come here. That's the best way I can put it. If everybody else is spread out across the map and there's nobody here, you want to be here. You also want one person on each street. You'd want a guy here and another guy over here, and that takes up 3 people out of your setup. And these guys, their basic area of control is the street, the bubble, and the radios. As you can see in the radio, they can kind of jump right here. They can see the big door, this whole little big door area. They control bubble. It's best for these guys that are on the streets to have the sword and the shotgun so they can deal with the people coming up these vents. And if needed, they can come back through here and help the guy at top health pack with guys right here or guys right here, whatever. It's same on both sides. This guy over here, he's doing the same thing. This whole movement between bubble, radio, and street. He's got this whole little area. They can also come out here on catwalk if they want a better spot. Less cover to be out here, though. You're more exposed. You can be shot from more areas from here, as you can see. So it's generally not too safe to go out onto that area too much. But that's your basic Slayer setup. Your 4th guy can be kind of the roamer. He can kind of go in between all of these different areas. But top control is the main thing. Your roamer can also be the dude that drops down for the one-shot. Say the guy on Red Street right there and the guy here at top health pack are both shooting at somebody that came out of the bubble. He decides to drop down right there and go into basement. Your aggressive 4th guy can drop down here and try to cut him off, something. You don't need all people to just be standing there. But that's the generalized setup. You want person here, and you want person on each street. Because that gives you pretty much complete top control. And like I said, the guys that are over on the streets, it's better for them to have the sword and the shotgun. Guy here at top health pack, concussion rifle is what he's going to want. And if you can't get the concussion rifle, a plasma pistol is a very good alternative as well. But another reason that makes this spot so good for the top health pack area is you do have these frags here that respawn every 30 seconds. So you can do, say you're controlling this area, you're over here, you see a guy coming up, he's going to come up that side of the lift. You can plant the flag, or frag, I mean, not a flag. It'd be funny to throw a flag at somebody. plant that frag. He comes up, comes out of the lift, lands right on it, and then you've got nade respawns right here every time you need them, every 30 seconds. So it's a very good defensive position. This is like the passive player spot. Now, if you're going to play CTF, it's sort of different, but kind of the same. You do want one guy right here on the top health pack area, and you want one person to be doing the bubbles, both bubbles and the catwalk, and the other two should be pushing for flag. Generally, it's better to come from both sides and pincer people, so you'd want one person going through evade, one person coming through big door. On countdown, though, it's very important that you make sure that at least two are down, but preferably three if you're going to go for a flagpole. And probably the best way to run it is, say you wipe them out at big door, and they're most likely going to spawn either backstairs right there or up on their balcony. You pull a flag. Running this route is probably your best bet and one of the safest. You just come through here, drop down onto your window. That's how you cap the flag. That's your safest route. You can also take it, if you know they're going to spawn big door, you could also take a flag. And if you want to do a quick route, you can go through here and then cut behind. Or you can just take it and run it through here, through the jetpack area. Now, there is another alternative. If you think they're going to spawn backstairs or balcony and you've got nobody, your guy at top health pack is dead, they're most likely going to take that. So the safer route, if you don't have a guy at top health pack, would be to pull it and actually run a big door route. Because you're farther away. The only real spot that they have to hit you if you run a big door route is pretty much right here in the neutral zone. You've got cover behind both of these walls if you're running this route. That's really the only spot they're going to get you. It's coming right through here at the regular big door. That's basic for flag. The reason you want the guy up here is because it will not put me up there. The reason you want the guy up here if you're pulling flag is because if you do decide to, say, run it through there, you've got a guy up here that can kind of weaken these guys up if they're spawning big door. You can also, look across, shoot, and help the guy at top health back, or just push all the way over. Basically cut people off if they're spawning balcony. That's pretty much his purpose. It's the same thing for the guy at top health pack. Top health pack guy is looking down like this. You can kind of get anybody through objective. It's a little bit hard with the rocket, but you can kind of help out at big door. And also the guy at catwalk, if he feels the need, can come back out here and get a good look at objective. It's better for the guy that's going to be on catwalk to be here first, at least watch you pull the flag, and then kind of fade over into this little area. That's the better way to do it. Now, if you're playing assault, it's the same thing, kind of, but backwards. You want at least 2 to 3 people down if you're going to go for a bomb plant. Bomb, you want at top. You want it up here somewhere on the 3rd level. Makes it easier. Probably the easiest place to move the bomb in for a plant from is right here at the top health pack. Because if you wipe out 3 guys, drop down, and right here you go. You're planting. That's probably the fastest way to get the thing in. So you'd want it up there. You could also hold bomb on catwalk and then come in with it. But like I said, less cover up there. At least up top, you have the rocket to sort of protect you. Up there, you're out in the open. But it's better to bring the bomb in from top and then just drop down onto the bomb plant. But like I said, 2 to 3 people down before you move in for that. Now, really the last big objective thing. I mean, there is stockpile, but there's no real set strategy for stockpile. It's just kill and get as many flags into your capture zones as possible. But the last thing is 3 plots. That's the last big objective thing that actually has a strategy. And 3 plots on countdown. You have a plot right here, a plot bottom mid on that arrow, and you have a plot right here as well. Those were the 3 plots on countdown are. Now, it's best, I find, to split up into groups of 2. and just take over both of the objectives. Take both of the objective ones. The bottom mid area down here is pretty much a death trap. If you try to hold this one, you're just going to get people shooting down on you from both sides. It's very big crossfire. It's usually better to just kind of leave this for neutral, and then if you happen to say exterminate the whole team, you got 4 down, just have one guy jump down in here, grab the hill, and then go back up. That's how you would capture it. That's a very quick way to get a 3 cap, I guess, if you want to call it, on 3 plots. Take down both areas. Then if you happen to get all 4 down, you can try to sneak a guy down there real fast to cap the third area. But that's pretty much 3 plots. You want both sword and shoddy, obviously, preferably if you're going to do this. Sword on one side, shotgun on the other. And that's what you would just hold. You would just hold this little area. You can have a guy hiding right here in this corner after you capture the plot, because he's basically covered from all areas except for them coming through your big door and jetpack. And the other guy can sort of hang out over here so he can give the guy that's in that corner a heads up if they're coming through the jetpack, and vice versa. If you're over here, capture this one, stand in the same spot, and right here. It's pretty much the same thing. These are the 3 big objective things. When you play multi-team, there's Crazy King. Not really a strategy to multi-team Crazy King. It's just wipe out as many people as you can, try to get as much heal time as you can. But that's pretty much the entire breakdown for this map, guys. And like I said, Countdown's going to be the next one. Or no, not Countdown. Uncaged is going to be the next one, so go ahead and vote for the stuff after that. And I have both Twitter and Facebook now, for those of you that still don't know. Links to both of those will be in description. Not spamming on either of those. I'm just uploading. Every time I upload a video, it's going to go there, so if it doesn't go to your sub box, you can check Twitter or Facebook. But like I said, that's pretty much it for this map, guys, so I'll talk to all of you later.